So NinthDecimal is an audience intelligence company. We've built a marketing platform that really works across different media channels. We do that by thinking of physical world behavior at the core. This comes from hundreds of millions of mobile devices utilizing tens of thousands of mobile apps that are location-based apps, and it generates a location data signal. We see trillions of location data points coming into our platform constantly, and from there we build an understanding of audience as the foundation, which then we can add additional data sets on, such as TV viewing data, purchase data, and other data segments. What that allows us to do is build this really rich understanding of an audience that works across these different media channels, and we package that up and provide that to the market in three core offerings of audience data and targeting, measurement, and then insights and analytics. And we provide that to marketers, to publishers, to agencies, and TV networks.
So do you provide it for the planning or to measure performance?
It goes across both. So when you think of the life cycle of a brand wanting to think about their customer and execute a media campaign, starts with the planning, goes into measurement, and you want deep insights after that campaign. So we are providing across the spectrum planning services for TV advertising, as well as unique measurement services to understand the performance of those TV campaigns. We're doing that for TV as well as mobile, for desktop, for other forms of media as well.
When you talk about television per se, both cable and network, sort of linear TV programming, what's your value proposition that you bring to TV planning and performance in particular?
Sure, so we think of it more as sort of TV across the broad spectrum, both linear TV, addressable TV, et cetera. And the value proposition is we're helping anybody that wants to think about their TV advertising budget in a new way. We're helping them do that by bringing digital style capabilities to the TV ecosystem, something that's been lacking but is a desperate need today given all the different changes happening in the marketplace. If you think about all the conversation around addressable TV, it's all about how do I get richer targeting capabilities into TV. I'm tired of only being able to buy TV based on age and gender, is what you've been able to do for the last 50 years. Addressable TV is about being able to open that up into richer targeting, but it's still limited in terms of its scale and capability today. We can bring that rich targeting capability not only to addressable TV, to programmatic television, but also to linear TV. And that's by being able to connect all of that rich data around physical world behavior to TV viewing behaviors. So as an example, if you're a QSR brand and you would like to understand what TV shows do my customers watch as a method of being able to doing planning, we can build that audience of here are all the people that we see in the physical world frequenting your restaurants. Through partnerships with folks like TiVo, we can then match that against the TiVo TV viewing data and let you know, hey, your audience is watching these shows or primarily spending time with these networks. That allows you to be far more targeted in terms of understanding where should I place my TV buys, whether it's linear, whether it's addressable, really across that spectrum. Similarly, you can do the same thing with a competitor's audience. So I'm a QSR brand, I'd love to understand what my biggest competitors' customers are watching on television. That can feed into your planning capabilities as well through that same process. Here's an audience of all the people that frequent your customers, here's the TV viewing data matched to that. Now you can plan and execute a conquesting campaign in TV, which is something that's never been possible before. So with TiVo and Turner, this is more of a measurement solution. And so what we've done there is, with TiVo, is not only it's about planning, but it's also about understanding the performance of television. If you talk to anybody in the TV space, the thing that they will tell you, you'll hear time and time again, is I intuitively know that TV advertising works, I just can't quantify it. And so the need to quantify it has become incredibly important. With Turner, what we've done is, and with TiVo, is help advertisers on Turner, the Turner network overall, be able to understand the performance and the impact of their TV advertising, not in terms of traditional GRPs and exposure type metrics, but conversion style metrics. Again, bringing digital measurement capabilities now into TV. And so for a major QSR brand that was sponsoring a major sporting event that ran on Turner Broadcasting, they wanted to understand how well did that campaign get people into my restaurants and drive incremental lift and foot traffic as a result of that ad spend. We were able to measure that because we take that TV exposure data from TiVo, we match that against our physical world data behavior, and we're able to help that brand understand they drove a 15% lift in incremental foot traffic into their restaurants as a result of that TV campaign, that sporting event sponsorship. What's important about it is because this is a offline attribution metric that can apply across any type of media, not only did they have quantifiable data for them to say, hey, here's what we did as a result of that campaign, they could show it against a benchmark of other types of media. So comparing against the QSR benchmark for digital campaigns, for mobile campaigns, they actually beat the benchmark on this as well. So not only do they say, hey, I've got a 15% quantifiable lift in foot traffic, I actually beat other forms of media. So now I have a really rich set of insights and data that helps me justify my spend on TV advertising, compare it against other forms of media, and help me as I go into the next planning stage. One of the things we announced around our measurement platform a little over a year ago was with Zenith Optimedia, which is now, through some of the changes in the agency, part of Publicis Media. So Zenith Optimedia has licensed our measurement platform. This is again that foot traffic offline attribution solution, and what they wanted to be able to do is have a default measurement platform that they could run across all of their campaigns for all of their clients, measuring that ability of, does that campaign drive people into my locations, into my stores, and what does that conversion look like? We have part of the solution of why this is such a powerful offering for these agencies is we have 155 different partners that have been integrated into the platform. So these are publishers, these are ad networks, 8 of the top 10 largest US digital media companies are integrated, all of the top DSPs in the US are integrated. And what this allows is that for an agency that is working with a client, they have their preferred media partners that they like to work with that drives real success for that client. They can run this campaign against any one of those media partners. There's 5 different media partners, 10 different media partners, and we can holistically measure that entire campaign for them as that independent third-party measurement solution. Not only do they gain insights on a holistic level of across these different 5 media partners, here was the overall lift in foot traffic to my brand's locations, they can also understand performance by media partner. They can drill in and understand other aspects such as performance by audience segment, performance by creative, by placement, any dynamic that they'd like to see, as well as different media types, performance by mobile, performance by desktop, performance by TV, and other forms of media. All of this gives you essentially a real-time data signal of how that campaign is performing, what's driving that performance, and then they can optimize in real time with this data to drive that fundamental performance of I want to drive a lift in traffic to my brand locations and really create success for their clients. And so these partnerships have really been about measurement, but also about the insights, the ability to drive great success across the life cycle of a campaign.